Hello Starshine! My name is Liz and this is my channel, Simsational Stories. If you have not seen my videos before and you enjoy this one, please like and subscribe. And maybe check out my Facebook page where this whole thing began as well. All relevant links are in the description below. And of course, if you're a Sims player and you'd like to download any of the characters featured in my stories, just search the hashtag Simsational Stories on the Sims 4 gallery. All original content is created by This Is Not Eric. Alrighty then. So, welcome, and what is up, Buttercup? Are you having a good day or a bad day? Whichever your answer, please allow me to distract you from your life and tell you a story, a Simsational story. Before I begin though, I'd like to issue this blanket content and trigger warning. The following story is just Sims, hey. I'm not going to apologise for treating them terribly, if that's what I've done, but I do want to assure you now that although I mean absolutely no harm, I completely understand if you feel unable to consume my content. Many loves, and we will catch each other on the internet elsewhere. Okay, so now we've gotten that over with, let's go. Today's story is from The Babysitter Builds a Life, and we're at chapter 6. If you have not seen previous chapters and would like to catch up, there are playlists available on my channel so you can hear the entire story in chronological order. The rest of us are going to move on from where we left off last time though. So without further ado, Ashley took Ali down to the recording studio to meet some of the executives and see what an amazing opportunity they were being offered. This was where she met Cliff Maloney for the first time. Cliff was the producer/manager assigned to Ashley's album, and although he was unpleasant company, he was also very ambitious about, and confident in, Ashley Henry's musical future. For Cliff Maloney had had a genius idea regarding Ashley's career. Seeing the dynamic connection between Ashley and Ali that first day had set the creative juices flowing in his mind. All of Ashley's best songs were about Ali and all their children. Imagine if he could capture that magical chemistry and turn it into music. But could Ali sing? Could Ali sing? Ashley and Ali looked at each other and laughed. Could she sing? Ali had never had any musical ambition, and she had never been trained, but her voice was naturally sweet and pure. She wasn't expecting to be asked to do anything other than watch Ashley do his thing, but that day she recorded with him and Cliff for a full 3 hours, with the couple jamming together like never before. They talked about it after. It was crazy how much fun they'd had. Ali had only ever sung lullabies to their babies before now, but of course she knew all of Ashley's songs, and his pleasant surprise had been able to harmonise perfectly with his voice. She even put a new twist on a few songs. Excitedly, the couple discussed the new possibilities this opened up for them. Maybe they could create music together. However, despite this being exactly what he planned, Cliff downplayed his idea to the couple that day. It probably wouldn't come to anything. At most, Ali's vocals might be on a few songs as background noise, just for the kitsch of it. They understood. The record deal was with Ashley Henry after all, and Ali was unsigned and unheard of. Ashley Henry's debut single, The Way She Moves Me, written about Ali, of course, was released to radio a month later, and within weeks he was performing live in venues he had previously never even dreamed of being able to attend, let alone play. His heartfelt lyrics were like a breath of fresh air to the airwaves, and before he knew it, he was considered a minor celebrity. Christmas that year was a lavish affair. Thanks to Ashley's sudden success, they had turkey, real turkey, and both Cleo and Christian had a small pile of presents each underneath the brand new, real and fresh pine tree that had been personally inspected, purchased and delivered by Ashley's new personal assistant. Through his newfound success, Ashley was able to give them a fairy tale holiday experience. Just when Ali thought it couldn't get any better, Ashley Henry got down on one knee, told her he loved her more than anything else in the whole wide world, and asked her to make him the happiest man on earth by agreeing to be his wife. Ali couldn't believe how happy she was. This man, this amazing man who had been making all his dreams come true while taking care of her and her children, was finally making a secret dream of her own come true. Of course, Ali agreed to marry Ashley. How could she not? He had been there for her ever since she was pregnant with Cleo, and they had built a beautiful life together. He had never let her down. From the moment they'd met as neighbours, he had always been by her side, and he truly loved her. And she loved him back, of course. Ashley Henry was amazing, the kind of man other women dreamed of meeting. They went to go see the church together. It was hard for Ashley to find time now. He was so busy with work. But he made sure Cliff understood how important this was for them. They were not going to negotiate on their wedding day. Ali was his queen, and Ashley was determined to give her everything she wanted and deserved, not just on this one day, but every day for the rest of their lives. And that was how Ashley Henry's new personal assistant, Thalia Brown, was put in charge of the wedding plans. It was her job to take the vague ideas and dreams Ali described to her and translate them into a reality. Thalia was a trust fund activist working her way through her second degree, and she wasn't exactly passionate about her job. But she had no trouble working with Ali. The two were just a couple of years apart and got on well. In fact, Ali was surprised to find a fledgling friendship burgeoning rather quickly with Thalia. Thalia had her own penthouse apartment, which she'd inherited from family, and didn't really need to work. But she wanted to. Thalia recycled everything she could, from the plates she ate her takeaway on to household items she no longer felt had purpose, and she valued the idea that she wasn't your typical spoilt rich kid. She was different from all the others. While Thalia and Ali planned the wedding, Ashley Henry was stuck deep in a dark Simsational sound studio on Main, recording the rest of his debut album. He had an indie lyrical rock kind of a vibe, and the record executives assured him that he was about to change the musical world. It was an amazing opportunity, the kind of thing dreams are made of, but it was also extremely stressful and exhausting. Having his musical career start to take off was so exciting, but Ashley felt like he was getting almost no time at home with his family. He missed his kids. They were almost always fast asleep by the time he got home, and he was overwhelmed by the way his digital calendar was filling up so quickly. They could barely find time to have dinner together. How are they going to make time to get married? And that brings us to the end of Chapter 6 of The Babysitter Builds a Life. If you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe so you can tune in soon to hear the next chapter. Or like I said, look us up on Facebook. Bye!